Have you ever found yourself in this position?
Still there.
Oh, we got a wreck. Oh, we got a wreck.
Clear
Nowhere to
outside.
go.
Or maybe you were lucky? At 49.
Car outside.
I knew it.
High side is clear. You're clear
Oh,
on
and
both
just
sides.
got
Clear all
right
round.
through there. Nice. My name's Jordan, aka Turbo Dotson, and today I'm going to answer the question I get asked most often when I'm live on Twitch, and that is, how can I quickly promote myself to a Class A license? So today I want to talk about 3 tips and tricks that I've learned to quickly progress your license. And before that, I want to talk about the license progression system and how that works. There are 4 different categories that you can achieve a Class A license. That is oval, road, dirt oval, and dirt road. And as you can see in each category, you start out with a rookie license. And then you progress to a D class license, C class license, B class license, and then of course the A class license. And of course you can also go to a pro, but we won't get into those specifics today. And in today's video, I'm going to be specifically using the oval license as an example, as that's primarily what I race on iRacing. Now when you start with your rookie class license, you'll start with a 2.5 safety rating, or SR as many people call it. In order to progress to a D class license, you must complete 2 races or 4 time trials and have a 3.0 or higher safety rating by the end of the season. Once you achieve your D class license, you must complete 4 races or 4 time trials with a 3.0 safety rating or higher in order to progress to a higher license. Now, as many of you have tuned into this video looking for a fast track or a quicker way to get your A license, the best way to do this is if you have a 4.0 or higher safety rating within a race season, and then you can progress within the race season into the next license. Now, of course, as you progress to different licenses, you have access to different cars, different tracks. Of course, as you can see, you are able to race different series, different tracks. Of course, that's probably why you're here. You're looking forward to racing different cars or at different tracks. And these tips and tricks that I'm about to share will help you do just that. Tip number 1, worry about your safety rating, not your I rating. Your finishing position in any race does not determine how well you're going to progress into the next license. So don't worry about racing that one guy for that one extra position if it means it's going to hurt your SR. These next 2 tips are going to talk a little more detail about how it looks to make sure you protect your safety rating. Tip number 2, stay out of trouble during the race. You are in control of your own destiny. As I mentioned, don't worry about your finishing position. It's all about safety and racing cleanly. One big piece of advice I give people as they're looking to quickly improve their license, ride in the back. And I know that sounds boring and that sounds a little lame, but if you're looking to protect your SR and you want to stay out of trouble, make sure you ride in the back, far enough back, that is, that you're not riding right behind somebody or someone's not riding right behind you. That way you can protect yourself when something happens way in front of you, or someone might be coming right at you and you don't know what to do. Give yourself some space on the track so that you can respond and keep yourself out of trouble throughout the race. And along with staying out of trouble during the race, take note of certain drivers. Some drivers may be driving too aggressive, some may be driving too defensive, some may be a little erratic. Make note of these drivers and protect yourself when you're around those drivers. Of course, your SR changes depending on the incident points within a race. So stay out of trouble, because the more incident points you have within a race, the lower your SR is going to drop. And of course, if you can stay completely out of trouble, that's when your SR is going to improve greatly. Now, point number 3 goes along with what I briefly mentioned in point number 2. Choose your battles. Take note of the people around you. Is it worth blocking or passing the guy in front of you or behind you? Is this person being too aggressive? Are they being too reckless? If your goal is to quickly progress to a Class A license, taking note of certain drivers will help tremendously, especially if you've noticed people during practice sessions that have these certain qualities that you want to avoid. Making note of that within the race will help tremendously in keeping yourself out of trouble and ensuring a clean race. A bonus tip I want to mention: practice and get comfortable with each car you drive so you can know how to respond in any situation. That includes a practice session where you're driving all by yourself on a track for a couple hours, couple minutes, whatever you feel comfortable with. And then also practicing as much as you can within a race session before the actual race starts. So one, you can get more comfortable with how the car responds when you have to slam on the brakes or slam on the throttle, or if you have to jerk the wheel to the left or the right. And again, going back to my previous points, practice sessions help you realize who do you need to avoid during races, and how does your car respond in certain situations. So practice, practice, practice as much as you can. I know that kind of goes against the point of this video, but a little bit of practice can go a very long way. I hope you found these tips and tricks helpful. Of course, not every race is going to go perfect. You're going to have some hiccups. You're going to have some incidents. It's inevitable. It always happens, especially in the rookie and D-class license. Heck, they even happen in the A-class license. If you follow these tips and tricks, it will greatly improve your chances of quickly moving up to the license you're looking for. I hope you guys find these tips and tricks helpful. If they are, make sure you drop a like. If there's one specific tip or trick that you're looking forward to using, make sure you let me know in the comments. And of course, if you have other tips or tricks that you find helpful, make sure you help others by leaving a comment as well. If you guys would like to see more content like this, make sure you subscribe. Of course, as I mentioned, I do stream on Twitch daily, typically around 8 p.m. Eastern time. The majority of the time it is iRacing, so if you guys would like to hang out with me there, have questions, want to interact, make sure you guys follow me there. There is a link in the description. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next video.